And I'm eating. Get over it. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to NZCS Tactical. Shut up. Hi.
Take 3.
Welcome to NZCS Tactical. Hi.
Take 4.
Welcome to
ZNS.
NZCS Tactical Training.
Training. Hey, sweet.
That was a whole different thing.
ZNS?
Hi.
One fish,
Welcome
two
to
fish, one fish.
NZCS Tactical Gaming.
There you go.
When do we go from here? To my left, we have a dead fucker.
I am dead.
Straight across the table from me, we have Varys and Crom.
Hi, trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And to my right, falling from an airship. No, okay. Neff and Mig are not available this evening. When last we met, the inconceivable happened.
When was the last time Neff was even here?
When you caught the case of the deads.
A really, really long time ago.
The inconceivable happened.
Yeah, we can read. Hooked on phonics.
Inconceivable.
Brandon, did you see?
Inconceivable.
Yes. I love him as the Grand Negus on Deep Space Nine.
I liked him as the passenger on the plane that I flew back from Berlin on.
Oh, you flew next to him as a passenger?
No, he was in first class. I was a shitty.
Ah.
I was just a shitty soldier. So I didn't bug him either. So, but he and I hi as I walk by. That's it. That's all of our interactions was hi. That's it.
All right.
I had a bigger interaction with Cher.
I bet you he was all. Oh, thank God he only said hi.
Probably. So, when last we met, poor Oni
He's taking one of them forever naps.
was unalived.
Tragedy.
And this strange new acquaintance and Varys. No. Strange new acquaintance and Crom. We're dragging the 600 pound?
Something like that.
600 pound Oni by the feet, attempting to go the long way down the hall. In this act, Crom released all of the zombies that were in the adjoining room. Good job.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I threw a grenade in there. It's got to be worth some stuff.
Did you throw a grenade in there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't remember you
I
throwing a
destroyed
grenade
a
in there.
bunch of them and was, well, nobody heard it, but was called an asshole by Le Telepathe.
Nobody? Nobody's gonna say anything?
You broke the rule.
There you go.
What?
Ooh, I get a dead advantage joking.
What?
He broke the rule. His sound was on his phone.
I didn't mute my phone, and it made a sound.
Oh,
He
I thought
he
that
caught
was
me.
him.
He called me on it.
I thought that was him.
He caught me and called me on it, so he gets an
You're a
advantage.
sound guy.
I roll for life.
No, not your phone. Like the actual sound.
With no bonuses, roll a d20, and if you get a 30, you're back alive. Damn! Okay. Are you two gentlemen going to do anything at the door in order to stop these other gentlemen
Is there anything around
of the non-living type?
that I can see that can act as a doorstop?
I already...
I have to answer him first. Only the bodies of those who have already fallen.
I, if you recall, threw a grenade in that room.
Okay.
And the telepathy woman over there called me an asshole or a dick or something for it. Because I destroyed a bunch of them.
I think she called you an asshole because there's splash damage, whatever. Just to be clear, you threw the grenade in there and they're all dead.
Asshole.
They were dead before.
Ha!
In Portland. Anyway, continuing on. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing.
Describing how the
Oh no, I was going to
the
look at. Oh
zombies
yeah, I was going to look
and
at
shit.
this. That's right. Okay, so are you guys going to do anything to attempt to?
Well, okay, fine. I'll take that one dead zombie and pull it up against the
See,
door.
WWOD. What would Oni do?
Would.
You would walk in there, take two of the
He would take
The-
that
the
zombie,
zombies and beat
walk
all the
in there
zombies with
and
the
beat the
zombies.
zombies with the zombie.
Okay, I'm going to do this as so. I'm asking myself, what would Oni do if he wasn't dead? WWOTIHWD.
yeah.
You will get this eventually.
So she's going to walk over and place 1 foot dead in the center of the chest of that zombie, reach down, grab its arm, and rip that fucker right out of the joint.
Okay.
She's going to snap that bone and she's going to jam it right under the door jamb.
Sweet.
Instant door stop.
There we go. It works. Hopefully. Roll for improvised door stop.
Roll for improvised door
And
stop.
it didn't work.
That's why I was going to use the whole body. But, you know.
Watch
Or-
me do
or
this
also use the
amazing
other half
trick
hand.
that will save us all. Watch him do this amazing trick that will save us.
Physics says the door stop would work better, but it didn't in this case. It slid. So what are you going to do?
Put the entire body in front of it.
Okay. And you guys are.
And I'll hold it
I
there
do
as I
shit.
run to get more
You're not
bodies.
doing. Well, yes, you are.
Hold the door.
You're the most important part. You're the hindrance.
Huh?
Yes. You are the escort quest. You fucker.
What you really should be doing is just lumping my body in front of it, lopping a hand off, and running.
She can cast mending.
It's not gonna do much,
That
man.
doesn't
Let's
work.
fix them. It doesn't work on people. I don't know.
Maybe if it was like a
No, seriously.
Warforged.
Just take my fucking hand and get the hell out of here.
Crusty.
I mean, if we're going for true resurrection, that would work. But we don't have the money for true resurrection.
So we'll need your whole body.
For what?
She says, would you guys fucking do something? Boss says that this guy's got to live.
Okay, so
I already told you what I
I'm
wanted to
pulling
do.
the Vardo out of my backpack. All right, bringing it to
Still
full
have that
size.
thing?
We're gonna shove Oni in the Vardo. We'll shrink it. I'll throw it in my bag and we'll go.
Will he shrink with the Bardo though?
Yes. We've already tried this, actually.
Have we?
Yes, it works.
Okay. Cool. I'm still putting that dead zombie body in front of the door.
While he's
Okay,
doing that,
good.
I'm getting the Vardo out,
Roll d20.
enlarging it, and then asking
Doing a
lady
strength
friend
check?
for some help here.
I'm doing a physics check. What did you get?
That'd be a solid 8.
They're still
Rock
They're
solid.
still pushing it open, but it's slowing them down. Okay, you're putting you're
Enlarging the Vardo,
yes.
throwing Oni in, or
Now, you
really
remember
stuffing him in because
Because he
he's
didn't fit in
yeah.
the Vardo before.
Yeah.
You
So
remember this
I'm-
guy's 10 feet tall.
Yeah, stuffing him in,
Okay.
like putting the legs up in the door, and then like leaning against the door, getting it shut, and then shrinking it again.
Mig, recovering from her bout of skirty
Fear?
cats, appears back up there just in time to help you pull. You're shrinking the Bardo all the way back down?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it
She
back
shows
in
up
the
just in time to help you put him into the Bardo
bag. Okay.
as assistance.
Oh, thank God, Meg. I need your help.
And then I'm assuming you were all running.
I mean, I'm not really worried about these guys.
And we
I
ran.
can just.
You're not worried about them, but they
Find
almost
out
killed you
when-
guys twice.
Ran
These
for
guys?
our
No.
lives.
Well, not those specific guys. They're
Those
cousins.
guys that are dead currently
Do you remember the two previous?
Yeah, where they all came back to life, but if they're all dead.
No, these guys.
Yeah.
I'm talking about those guys. The zombies that were in the other part of the caves, the catacombs, the whatever the fuck they is. They almost killed you guys in 2 different occasions.
Yeah, because they had. Oh wait, is that her?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
That's
gonna run.
her. That is not the same her.
well, yes.
Okay.
But we did manage to kill the her, though, right?
You
Both
killed
of them.
2 A-hers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brave
I think it was
Robin,
A.
Yes,
her
we know what
and-
he's talking about.
And B her.
Away, away, when danger reared its ugly head. He
But this
turned
is
his tail and then
C her and maybe even D her. In any case, yes. Throwing the Bardo, closing it up, shrinking back down, throwing it
And
back,
F her.
running.
So she has nothing that'll help, but she can do the mending. So we'll just
Now we
go
gotta find
ahead.
a real priest.
We will convene this out to the exit of the. What was this? The caves of the.
Caves of now.
No. That was a completely different place. This is the Caves of Chaos. All of them were the Caves of Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But this specific one was the Temple of Evil Chaos.
Oh, well, there we go. Bastards.
And the Chapel of Evil Chaos. And the previous one was the Complex of Evil Chaos. This doesn't make sense. Okay.
Cave of Chaotic Chaos?
The Caves of Chaotic Chaos. Yes, I like Chaotic Caves of Chaos.
Chaotic Caves of Chaos. I like it.
What?
Trademarked.
No, I somehow have written in here Dead Octopus Shipping Company.
Nice.
And I have no idea what it's about.
I like it.
Dead Octopus Shipping Company.
Yes.
Might this have been...
It's under the Things of Interest label.
Might that have been clear back in Seattle?
Maybe.
Because there was the shipping company that was... Oh, wow. You really fucked that up.
It probably had something to do with how you described it. Or
the
whatever
word-
symbol
it
was-
probably the word I used.
Yeah.
Because it was Black Rose Shipping.
Black Rose?
Yes.
Like for shipping company.
Why the fuck did I write Dead Octopus?
Maybe you were
Or
trying
maybe
to
that's
come up
Red
with,
Octopus.
Maybe you were trying to come up with a name for a company that you wanted to start? Probably not.
That I don't know.
Because-
It very well could have been the competing or one of the competitors.
Was it
That's hilarious.
was there Never mind. It has nothing to do with this anyway. Moving on.
You need a bookmark, man. Get yourself a bookmark.
I just need to take better notes.
So, at the mouth of the cage,
Cave. It's depending on who you ask.
she states again that Oni needs to live. This is a priority.
Well, maybe you have the money to help us expedite his revival.
I can't do that. But you guys have options. You realize this. There's 2 ways you can go about doing this. A little bit of metagaming because I mentioned this in our chat, our private chat earlier in the week. You can go with a resurrection or a reincarnation.
Reincarnation is tricky, though. It changes his race.
It does a lot of things. Okay.
Well, yeah, changing your race changes a lot of things.
It does change. Changing the race does a lot of things. But also, a resurrection drops his constitution by 2, costs 10 times as much, and you can't do that as in this area because there isn't a priest of that level.
I mean, the
Well,
good thing
per-
is...
per the rules, I think just a regular resurrection, you have like 2 negative levels until you are hit with a restoration spell, I think.
A revive and a restoration.
Yeah, which is expensive to do.
Regularly, but you also need to remember that we're back in 3.5 D20 Pathfinder, blah, blah, blah. And that the DM is a dick.
Now, is there? Okay, so so -2 con. It's fine. Would there be a way to later on restore him to his original constitution value?
I'm going to say no, because according to the resurrection, it says permanent.
Okay.
Well, a lot of negative levels are permanent too, but that just means that you need to they won't go away on their own. You need to actively remove them. That's what the permanent status is on anything in Pathfinder.
Anyway, were it me, I would much rather take the -1 modifier to my con rather than risk being resurrected as a goblin. They are much more squishy than a troll.
Yeah, but it's also modifiers on his current stats.
Yeah. This is 1 instead of like 2. Also, that's
Mig jumps
pretty
in and says, why don't we just use the route that is close to us right now and get it done?
Which route is closest to us? Who's offering
Reincarnation.
Who's offering reincarnation?
Your new friend, with air quotes, says that the lizard people in the swamp have a druid that can do it.
Can anyone talk to the dead? Can you talk to the dead?
Actually, she might be able to. Hold on a second.
Because we can just ask Oni.
Oni, I'm gonna cheat and have her say yes, she can talk to the dead. Hey, she can talk to the dead.
Who?
Mig?
No, not Mig.
Whatever.
Your new friend,
NPC.
who nobody's asked her name or why she's helping or anything like that.
Well,
Just fine.
we're in the chaotic caves of chaos, so the caves of chaotic chaos.
Once things are less chaotic and cavey, we might have a more in-depth conversation, but right now we need to GTFO.
I really wish that somebody were watching this right now because it involves her. At this point, as you are standing here discussing things in front of this cave opening, arriving is about 40 orcs. One of which, walking up front, is one you recognize as one of Mig's
Clanmates?
Klansman?
ex-husbands, one of the two.
Oh, have they finally
with a
figured
sharp
out who's...
stick, and on top of the sharp
who's the
stick
boss?
is the other husband's head.
Finally that particular fight's done with?
I'm guessing. Now, guess which one's in charge?
The winner.
They were both assholes.
I'm guessing the one on the stick.
The one with the biggest stick wins.
And you're not wrong. And of course, right away in Orcish, and you can understand him.
Varys likes the finer things in life, like hot cocklet.
He he says, "I'm here to help. Where are they at?"
They're in there.
Panting from running out of here. Yeah.
To the cave.
Yeah, I tell them in Orcish, they're in the back of the
Oh
cave.
yeah, I don't
They're
understand Orc.
still.
Never mind, it's a...
So
You know, 2 dozen of them.
He raises the stick in the air with his opponent's head on it and says, "For the glory of orcs!" And they all go flying in.
You've got this. Just don't let them kill you. They don't got this. We should probably hurry.
And Mig echoes that response. We should probably leave.
And
We're
do.
leaving.
Okay, so we're leaving.
With the quickness.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. Okay, there we go.
Quick,
So,
fast, and in a hurry.
all right, so I assume you're headed back out to the road?
Whichever will get us to where we need to go quicker. Yeah.
So
swamp.
you're going for the swamp. So the
Yeah.
swamp was on the way So you're going down.
Wait,
This-
did she talk to Oni? Did we ask her if she talked to Oni? No, she didn't talk to Oni.
You decided to keep going. She says, well, I could. You said, can anybody talk to the dead? She says, I can.
Okay.
And then that.
I missed
So
that part.
you want to pause here, or you want to?
Well, we can keep walking.
Let's pause and not pause. Let's just
It's gonna-
continue somewhere where it's safe before we decide to talk to the dead.
And she says it's probably better to stop somewhere and do it rather than try to do it while you're walking. I mean, it's not a chat while you're strolling down the road.
Well, then when we get into the forested / swampy area, let's find a nice little area where we can enlarge the Bardo again.
Okay, and going back, the swamp was on the way. So you passed the village, coming from the keep. You could keep village, small village, and then across the river was the swamp with the hill where you saw all the lizard men. And then as you took the curve up, you came up to the Caves of Chaos. So, I'm assuming somewhere in between there. This is going to be up to you. I mean, at this point, I could probably find the map. I don't know. It's here somewhere. Or then again, I may not be able to find the map. Here we are.
Okay, so speak with dead.
Freaking 3 maps. So,
You grant the semblance of life to a corpse, allowing it to answer questions. You may ask 1 question per 2 caster levels. The corpse's knowledge is limited to what it knew during life, including the languages it spoke. Answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive, especially if the creature would have opposed you in life. If the dead creature's alignment was different from yours, the corpse will get a will save to resist the spell, as if it were alive. If successful, the corpse can refuse to answer your questions or attempt to deceive you using bluff. The soul can only speak
Sure.
about what it knew in life. It cannot answer any questions that pertain to events that occurred after its death. If the corpse has been subject to speak with dead within the past week, the new spell fails. You can cast this spell on a corpse that has been deceased for any amount of time, but the body must be mostly intact to be able to respond. A damaged corpse may be able to give partial answers or partially correct answers, but it must at least have a mouth in order to speak at all. The spell does not affect a corpse that has been turned into an undead creature. It lasts for 1 minute per level, and you can ask 1 question per 2 caster levels.
But
we only need 1 question, so.
Do you want to be revived or reincarnated?
Question. Resurrection or reincarnation?
okay. So I'm assuming you stop when you get to the road.
If it's safe-ish, yes.
She says, I'm going to need to see the body.
Yes. So I take the Vardo out of his backpack and
Okay.
I mean, do we really need to take it out of the Bardo?
yes, because she needs
His-
access to the
His
body.
feet will just plop out the door when she opens it.
Yes, but it's kind of
You're
hard
not
to
all going to
speak
fit-
with someone whose head is stuffed in
And
something
you're
like
you're
this.
not
Is
all
the
going to fit in
body
the Bardo
actually
with him.
Yes, the body
Well,
actually
yeah.
talks.
And no, not going to be the
That's why the spell description said it needs a mouth.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
If you were listening.
Come
Okay,
Mr.
after the
Harris,
whole-
I'm going to lick you.
After the whole thing,
You smelled bad before. Now you smell really bad.
they get three questions.
Okay.
You get 3 answers.
Okay.
Actually, they get as many questions as they want. You give them 3 answers the first 3.
Well,
After that,
after a while,
you're
the
just gas and
spell
the
ends.
foul smells.
So
Okay?
Okay.
So,
More foul smells.
you guys have 3 minutes.
Why the fuck can't I see anything?
No, you can't talk yet. Ready? First question.
Do you want to be revived or reincarnated?
I don't know what either of that means.
Do you want to come back as yourself or some other creature?
Why the fuck would I want to come back as some other creature?
Then answer the
resurrection. We're good. End the spell.
I'm
Too late now. Unless you got the word in before the spell.
I was gonna say, just get me the fuck out of this.
Not fun in here.
I would like it.
Side note, you're not supposed to breathe when you're trying to swallow.
Isn't that like the third time you've done that tonight?
Second, shut up.
Said like.
It's still too hot.
2 is like 3.
So that was 2 questions.
Okay, so if we actually get a third question.
But do we really need to ask him a third question, though?
Would
we only did
Wait,
this-
wait, stop, don't ask it yet.
We only did
Mig
this.
says, if he's resurrected, he's young again.
Would it be the other way around?
Nope. Resurrection brings you back as a young adult.
That's how it works now.
Probably a different system.
With that information now,
Okay. Would you rather come back sooner or later?
I want it to be not like this anymore.
Okay.
fast.
Reincarnation.
Say fast.
Faster.
He might not like it.
Faster,
but
he
he's
said
gonna have to
faster.
live with it. Faster.
He said faster. Oh, and you are being tormented in whatever realm you're in.
in the abyss, in the pit, in one of the 9 circles of hell.
Downtown Portland.
So he's stuck in It's a Small World on repeat.
Oh God.
Worse.
Get me out!
Worse, he's in a Vanilla Ice video.
Just because you hate him so very dearly.
Joke's on you, that's
I
his
have my
favorite song.
I have my reasons.
Alright, so we continue heading toward the swamp.
Good. Okay, so
Oh, we are being broadcast and live, right?
Yes.
Robert Van Winkle, fuck you.
Robert Van Winkle, we met once. Fuck you more.
I have
You,
no
you guys
opinion.
want to get on this too?
Never met you, don't care.
I have no opinion.
You have no opinion on fucking Vanilla Ice.
No, he just has no opinion, period. At all. He was a Marine.
Oh,
He's pretty
that's-
much blank in there until you start talking to him.
That's how I stay so chill.
That worked. Well, that and copious amounts of gin. That and copious amounts of gin, yes.
3 shots is not copious amounts. Thank you.
3 shots so far.
Okay, so as you approach the river,
I don't approach shit.
it's not. Yes, you do. You just don't have
Physically, yes.
A choice. I need the map I gave you back, or at least in the middle here.
Why are there no wheat thins?
You ate them
I
all?
Robert ate them all.
Robert, you asked.
I ate them all. You can hate me later.
I'll give you my wheat pins.
I hate
Here.
you now.
It would prove it. Kill me
Okay.
immediately.
Ninja.
Pierces the skin. Just starts.
What is this?
It just starts turning into one big wheat thin.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here.
I wasn't gonna say
You're
anything.
putting the
but,
paper in the
yeah.
middle of the table.
Okay, so you're walking down the road here. There's a hill, as you remember it,
Making
right
our way
across the river
downtown.
here.
It's the
There
swamp
are no
area.
bridges.
How wide
There
is
is
the
that
river?
mound.
We have to fjord.
That's a good question. Each square is wider than the freaking, 200 yards wide.
It's a big ass river.
River got back.
Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I got nothing for this. I mean, we can.
There's no bridge. You just said there's no bridge. Not
There
there.
is a river.
Is there any bridge on any part of the river anywhere?
Let's continue going to the town and see if they have a little dinghy or like a fishing boat.
There's got to be like a ferry or something somewhere.
Bring out your little dinghies! Bring out your...
Bring out your dinghies. Dong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about we go to that village and see if they have a boat or a raft of some kind, so we can get across.
There has to be like a ferry somewhere along the river, right?
A ferry with a little dinghy.
I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Well, tough shit, all you find is a brownie.
Those little fuckers are mean.
Brownies?
Yeah.
I am the leader, and I say we go that way!
Hey,
I'm thinking
I
like
like them,
brown
and
note.
they actually announced they are doing the remake, or not the remake, but the
Yeah.
sequel. So it's
Dude,
I'm all for that.
That movie was part of my holy trinity of movies growing up.
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
Willow?
Oh! Okay, I haven't seen that movie in years.
Yeah, Willow, Labyrinth, and Dark Crystal were my holy trinity of movies growing up.
Out of the way, Peck. So
Oh yeah, Mad Mardigan, amazing.
So the village isn't far away from there anyway. They are there, and there is a small boat on the other side of the village on the river, tied up. The boat's tied up, not the river. The river's not tied up.
I figured.
So, hey, sometimes we have to explain things to you.
Now, is it on the north side of the river?
Yes, it's on that side of the river.
North is up.
It's always on the top of the page.
So there's a boat, but it's across the river.
No. There is a boat. There's the little villages here.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of the
And
village.
on the other side of the
other side of the
village, the little boat sits tied up.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to that area and generally ask several people, "Hey, whose boat is this? Who's the owner of this here dinghy?"
That's that's Johnson's ding.
What's your vector, Victor?
We'll just say Doug. Doug is my
Doug.
generic name. Doug, that's Doug's boat.
All right. Where might I find this Doug?
Well, I'm Doug.
Well, hi, Doug. Hello.
But we're all Doug.
Hello,
all of
Ken.
our names are Doug. Everybody in the village is named Doug.
All right.
It gets confusing sometimes,
Dingy Doug.
especially when we're looking for Doug, because Doug can never find him.
I don't like this.
Dingy Doug. Would like to borrow your raft
says
for a
yes.
short excursion across the pond here.
It's
But
river.
what if you don't bring it back?
On my honor, I'll bring it back, and I'm persuading him. Just being really
What if?
generally
Persuading?
awesome. 22.
What if? And don't hear me out here because I'm dead. Doug just goes with us, so that he can write it back after we drop us off.
Or this poor
hear me out
person
here.
living in this impoverished village, maybe you could pay him to take you across the river.
Fuck would we do
How
that?
much gold you got? Because we gotta like fork out 1,000 to already
Okay.
revive the.
I
do it for
tossed
that
him a
guy.
couple silver.
On an
He
even?
gave us a ride
Wow,
across
gee,
the river.
thanks. Y'all, I'll take
On
you
an
across and
even,
I'll
we
wait for you guys
pay
to come
him.
back.
On an odd,
Sweet,
we kill him
thanks.
and take the raft.
I already paid him.
Quiet, murder hobo! You're dead.
I paid him 2 silver for a round trip. He will sit there and wait for us.
You might even have a lunch when you come back for 2 silver.
See? That's all it takes.
He'd have done it for a copper. But you don't know that.
It doesn't matter.
All right, so you load up, and it's about, well, I mean, it's you two and Mig and this other individual who looks like she doesn't want to go. She says, I can't go over there.
Fair enough. Thanks for your help.
Wait for us
Have a
here,
good day.
sweet cheeks.
The crowd that's gathering in the village parts as she walks away.
Mm.
And she's gone.
Sweet.
How's that? So you cross over, and this is a really marshy, difficult terrain. He says, I might be able to take you. Well, first off, he says, where are you guys going?
Across the river.
There's your people with the shaman. We gotta do the resurrect.
If I take you farther down the bend, there's an easier way where it's not as marshy. I'll take you over there. You've paid me plenty. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is going to feed me my family for a month.
I'm here for you, man.
Are you?
No.
Just about tips over the boat, running over to give you a hug.
Like,
And he starts gently kissing your neck.
That's the stick with driving the boat.
Watch out, he's gonna start moving north.
As long as it's not south.
Look,
How
Ma,
would you know?
no hands.
And there's the rub.
So,
Did you know Hard Dicks point north?
Yes.
that depends.
You mean not
So he's headed
northeast?
down. He takes you on down the river, and he stops at this one little area of dry land, which you had observed from the other side, or on the other side of the river earlier. And there is some activity of lizards and the such up there.
Sweet.
Caterwauling?
And he says, "We're here."
Thanks, man. We'll be back as soon as we can.
And we head off on the swamp.
Okay. Right away, a couple of the lizard warriors, as they see you approach, come out there with their spears.
I just hold up a hand waving, "Hello, kind sirs," in lizard folk language.
You can't understand a word.
All I hear is
What?
Maybe they have some fava beans and some Chianti.
She said, they say, "Hold, traveler. This is not the way you want to go. This is our land."
Exactly. I would like to see your shaman, please. We kind of have a dead person that needs reincarnated. We are willing to pay.
Do we even have enough of that, though?
We'll see.
So
I'll rummage
Okay.
through his pockets. We can rummage through our
Turns-
pockets. Make him rummage through her pockets. And maybe we'll do him a favor.
they discuss something back and forth, and the one of them runs off. The other says, "Wait here," and he runs off and he runs into a hole.
Will do when I find a fallen tree to sit on for a moment.
And a couple minutes later,
Take a water flask, a ration.
I whistle Zoot Suit right to myself.
as you are not
Like your whistle.
familiar with this race, but you can tell right away that this is a much older and experienced lizard folk. Painted scales. You can see
So-
totems around the neck.
These bitches be cultured.
And it approaches you and says, "What are your needs?"
An
Giggity.
important crew member of ours just died very recently, and he would like to be not dead.
I can perform a ritual. But the components of this ritual are going to be expensive. Much more than what my village could ever sustain. We might be able to glean the necessary herbs and everything from the wilderness, but this is going to be costly for you.
Define costly?
She tries to communicate.
Oh, wait, I
to
can't
you.
understand it. Never mind. I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
tries to communicate to you.
I hear you, and I communicate that to her.
She tries to communicate to you the best she can. The quantity of gold required would be 1,500.
How about we do some of the footwork ourselves and get that cost down a little bit? What are we looking for?
Metagaming, 1,500 is an incredible number. That's
Isn't resurrection 1,000? Or not reincarnation?
Reincarnation.
reincarnation is 1,000 for the materials alone.
If you're paying someone to do that, I need to pay for their services too.
And you're talking about putting at least 5 lizards through college.
Okay,
So
I'd like
I
to
don't-
roll diplomacy. Like, can we pay for materials and then offer our personal services to your tribe? Like, can we do you a favor
Giggity.
in to get the gold cost down because we don't have a lot? So I'm gonna try and persuade them of that. 18 on the die, plus 16 diplomacy. So you got 34.
I'll give it to you. I'll say that she'll drop it down to, you'll be able to haggle her down to 1,100.
I'm not trying to haggle her on price.
They need money. they're desperate.
Okay.
This is
I was able to get them
1,100.
down
I
to
know you guys
1,100
have 1,100.
gold.
Okay.
That's a big again. We haven't gotten a whole lot.
I honestly have no idea how much gold I have.
No,
I
I
have-
got Jazzy's gold from the Bardo. We're good.
Oh, really?
I produced my coin purse.
How much did he have?
He had a lot.
Because I've got like
I
I don't know how much these are worth, but I've got
pull
3
out
of the
11.
gold ones and 1 of the silver one. That's
I
how
just-
much gold and shit I have.
I hold my
don't know
hand
how
up.
much
I
that is.
hold no, Carmopolis. Jazzy's got this.
Jazzy's dead.
And may he rest in peace.
Is-
And I produce 1,100 gold and give it to the shaman. Really, how much do I have? You had a good amount.
She
No, resurrection costs a lot more than that. Yeah. Oh no, I put that in the wrong spot.
Oh.
No, that goes down here.
okay.
Oh, okay.
She says something to the people of her tribe, and they start gathering stuff up, and they're building like a funeral, what looks like a funeral pyre, and all kinds of other stuff. And we're gonna condense this down. So she starts doing the ritual after they've placed Oni on this overly built funeral pyre because they didn't realize how fucking big this bastard was.
Haha.
And they light him on fire.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
Whoosh! He
Nope.
He goes up in flames. This is after day 3. And on this day, you can see that their tribe
Bacon
are
grease.
building an
It burns so
Giant.
well.
feast as this is happening.
You have a D50 or a D100, right?
I have a D
No, he's got a different list.
40, 51.
He's got a different list.
60.
I'm not rolling on the base reincarnation list.
I mean, you can roll 3 D20s and just add them up.
No, I've got a
Or
different
5
list.
5 D20s. You have a different list?
I have a different list.
I have a
I
massive...
have percentile dice, but I'm not rolling on the base reincarnation chart.
Okay.
We're doing something different here.
All right. Well, you guys, you give.
Now,
My
my question is, may I use my advantage token, roll 2 dice, and take my pick?
You may use your advantage, roll 2 dice, but you may not see the list.
Fair.
But that's not right.
That doesn't help me at all.
Well,
I
okay,
know.
so you can't see the list, but you're going to tell him what
He
he
saw
gets
the
on
list
it.
earlier.
I did see the list earlier, so it's really up to what I remember from it,
Ooh.
which is only...
Then why even at that point roll twice? Because if you can't get... I mean, that's not an
He
advantage.
knows, he
That's just two
probably
different
knows
rolls.
the end of the list he wants to be on.
Yeah. And also, I know which ones were still troll.
Oh, okay. Well, go for it.
Fair enough.
And which one was dwarf?
Yeah, and I remember which one is dwarf.
What the fuck? Why am I looking up at theirs?
Okay.
Like, holy shit, I'm Bob!
That's coming too.
Bob's death? I thought we just turned him into a guard on the station.
I don't think that either one of those were troll, because I want to say that troll
What is
was
that? Is that 9?
a 9 and
That's
an
a 9.
18. Troll, I want to say, was like 13 through 15. I'm hoping that the 9 was either hill giant or ogre, so I'm going to go with the 9.
As the flames burn down, the druid shaman casts the last of her spell, and with a giant burst of orange fluctuating to blue light, rising from the fallen pyre, walking out of the ashes, comes a seemingly 23-year-old, looking exactly like Oni, except an ogre.
Okay, so he's an ogre instead of a troll.
That's just.
So what I will need you to do
I'll do
is to
Snotty Ace, too.
subtract all of your troll modifiers from your character, keeping all of your scores the same, and then add ogre modifiers to all of your scores. Drop 1 level. You are now and jump up 1 on dexterity. Derek, write this down. +1 on dexterity, +1 on strength because of your youth. Oh, and sorry, but he's naked.
Well, fire. Burned all his clothes.
Oh, I'm in Google Sheets, not Google Docs. That's why I can't find my fucking.
And in answer to your question, I think it's a 60-sided. I can't find the 60 though. Here.
So
Was it
plus
30?
one to
I think it was 30 something.
dexterity and what?
Dexterity and strength up 1. But all other items are modified by subtracting the troll bonuses and adding the ogre bonuses.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to
Racial
see-
modifiers.
I'm gonna see what the racial modifiers for each are, and I will let you know.
And at this point, the entire village cheers and offers you the feast of many,
It is 60.
is 60?
Yeah.
Many grubs and whatever you might find in the swamp to eat. Rats. But this is just what these folk are offering as their local delicacies. The lizard children are regaling you with stories of really silly adventures they've had. We went over the hill and Bob, he threw a mud ball at me and we built a twig fort and we had a mud ball fight and yeah, just like that.
That's really cool. Can you pass the grubs? And as they're passing me the grubs, I'm using prestidigitation to give them.
Okay,
my
the
own
nice thing about
flavorings.
this, by the way, is that just from a gaming standpoint, this at the very least takes away my regeneration of 10 per.
We
Turn.
mitigated the shit out of this.
Yeah,
This was the intended outcome.
I had a feeling. Woo!
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
stop that.
And since we're so close at this point, we're going to go ahead and take a break. So we'll be back in when we're back, all right?
Penises.
We know what Marines want.
Hot cocklet.
Yes.
So we've accomplished in not losing a major character within our realm.
What's the height difference?
Nominal,
How
if at all.
how tall are ogres?
How tall is an ogre?
Or yeah, ogres.
It doesn't really give you a whole lot in the way of.
What book's it in on Pathfinder?
Let me look it up.
Fuck your baby shark.
Bottle of gin. Do 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 do.
I'm actually curious if it's in the menace manual for D20.
Ogre.
They're considered large creatures.
Yeah, they are.
9 to 10 feet.
So yeah.
Yeah. So just continue with 10. A typical adult ogre stands 10 feet tall and weighs roughly 650 pounds. But you're a young adult, so we're not going to give you that 50. You're just 600. You're same weight, same height.
bitch.
An ogre's great strength and lack of imagination makes it particularly suited for heavy labor.
They're dumb.
We're gonna have to get you some intelligence down the road.
Okay, we'll figure something out at some point.
I mean, but really, if all you have to do is fight, have witty quips. No, you just lost wisdom too. Damn.
I didn't. Wisdom stayed the same.
Oh, okay. Well, we're good.
I'm gonna give you an option here.
Okay.
The ogre mage Oni. No, because then you'd be a mage. I don't know.
Trolls and ogres really don't look all that different. Only just trolls have tusks and like a snout.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of difference between the two.
Depending on the artist.
Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm not gonna have you go Oni, even though you're you're Oni.
I know, right? There's an Oni in there. It would be perfect.
That would have been pretty awesome, actually.
Ogre mage Oni, but I don't want him.
Oh, come on. Let me be an ogre mage.
I will let you. I would let you be an ogre Oni, but not the mage part. An ogre mage, like all Oni, is an evil spirit come to the material plane and clad in living flesh.
Like an egger suit.
Okay, apparently,
Nice.
out of all of the races that exist in D20 Modern, ogres are not one of them.
Here,
Wild.
Was there anything on your person that might have survived the fire?
I don't know. Did the fucking lizard folk decide to strip me first rather than putting me up there with all my shit? I wasn't alive to check that.
I would assume
did
we
your
would have.
comrades stop the DM before they threw you on the funeral pyre?
I would assume that our characters would have the sense enough to.
Yes, the sense, like this sense, like the sense of smell. No, burn that motherfucker.
Oh, these guys totally get natural armor. Okay. Thank goodness. That was gonna screw me.
I was saying that kind of sounded weird. You don't get natural armor of some sort.
I would have at least grabbed the.
What items
the
do you
weapons
have that
had.
you would want?
The stun
Tactical
baton.
vest, my stun batons.
Oh yeah, that's.
I will give you that one. What else?
His money.
No, you didn't save his money.
Sorry.
We used his money for the ritual.
Dude, you fought a demon. Fucking moron. You deserve a penalty. And all your booze is missing.
Okay, that's gonna
Yes.
be.
Did you have booze before?
I always had booze before.
I mean, if it
it-
was in your backpack, I wouldn't
That's
have let the
that's
backpack
why
be
the
thrown on
fire was changing from like orange to blue.
This is a fun
Snap,
one.
crackle, pop.
They have the speed of 40.
Oh damn!
Ooh, a little bit
Ogres
faster.
are quick motherfuckers. Oh, 55.
Oh, and they don't have a wisdom penalty.
According to Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Oni is actually pretty wise, just really stupid.
High wisdom, low intelligence. Yeah.
It's he's straight up like, don't do that. Why not?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know what 2 and 2 is, but I know it's not 50.
Yeah, it's not 50.
It's like I know how to fix this thing. Just don't tell me how it works.
Actually, wisdom would give you the ability to understand how to fix something. You just don't know why it works the way it does.
That's what you
That's
said.
that's what I meant.
But we can, like, as
Holy
we said
shit!
before,
This gets dark.
as we said before, we can
Turn the lights up.
attempt to find a way to boost his intelligence a little bit.
Like, stories are told of ogres, horrendous stories of brutality and savagery, cannibalism, of torture, of rape and dismemberment, necrophilia, incest, mutilation, and all manners of heinous murder.
And they don't like cats.
Oh, they love cats.
Just like Oni.
They revere felines. On the fire.
But are they dog people or cat people?
Both.
Depends on
Together, they make a great stew.
Depends on the barbecue sauce you have, yes.
depends on what's for dinner that night.
Well, after the evening of festivities, I, thank the shaman and the lizard populace for their efforts, and wish them well while we get on our way.
Whatever the gold piece equivalent of counting their money is, they're doing this as they walk away.
He's just standing there. 1,
Yeah, have a good day.
2, 3,
This has been
4.
2 days.
The ritual was that long?
I said that as we were.
I heard
That
you
was
the
a lot
first
of
time.
baby
It
grease
just,
to burn.
now you didn't accumulate more.
But there was
the
a lot of-
shaman's all. I
there was
don't
a lot of-
understand. It should have been done a day ago.
There was a little, there was a lot of chanting and a lot of herbs burning, and then
One of them had to go on a spirit quest.
that's actually kind of what they did.
Yeah.
He was going on a spirit quest.
Burn, burn, burn.
Might want to get that checked.
It was a ring of fire.
Yeah, and was there any ailments you were suffering from previously, like syphilis or something like that?
Nope.
Because it's gone now.
Whatever it was, it's gone. Clean slate.
Out of you.
Okay, well, yeah.
This
Just
is
give
new.
him my thanks.
Why am I not blue?
You even sound the same.
Why am I not blue?
You're an ogre.
What did you guys do to me?
I get my fancy
Resurrection.
mirror out of my backpack that I use for grooming. I'm like, this is you now.
That is weird.
Well, okay.
I-
Mig kind of chuckles. Says, "You're weird."
Sorry,
You
Chief.
carry around the
We,
teddy bear. What is it about me that is weird?
we didn't have enough money to bring you back as you were.
And you wanted it done quickly, so.
And you wanted it done quickly, so,
I mean, don't get me bad. This isn't bad.
Things are not sagging where they used to sag.
I mean, holy shit.
I can see my dick!
Not only that, it's hanging lower than my balls.
I mean, yeah, and that's just it. Instead of having you now have a nut sack instead of a nut sling.
Guys, it's what it should be.
That was a weapon you had there. It's like,
Oh,
look,
I'm glad you-
bolas. Ha!
I don't
glad
have to
you're
wear a
pleased,
separate
Tony.
set just
I'm
for
glad
my
you're
nuts.
pleased. Did you have any extra clothes in your backpack? Because I'm handing you your backpack. Like, find some clothes to put on
They won't drag in the snow when you walk in a kill.
here.
Do your dick hang low? Do it.
He's literally walking around holding his dick upright so he can look at his balls. Check this out!
And the lizard folk are like, what's that he's holding?
It's an ogre thing.
They got extra
Don't worry
legs?
about it.
Mammals get extra legs? The fuck? Why is his tail in the front?
Oh, I don't have a tail anymore, do I?
Oops. We'll have to get you a falsie.
Yes, he
Oh,
falls on
do
his
ogres
face
do they?
because he doesn't have a tail and he's so used to having one.
Dude, someone Google ogre tail. See?
Do trolls have tails?
Trolls did, yeah.
Some.
Some.
Doesn't look like they have tails.
Not all. This one does, though.
Ogre tail?
That looks like a rag man.
Yeah, this.
Are you sure that's just not his third leg?
No, I'm not.
It's penis.
That one has 3 heads.
I hand you back your things, Oni.
Thanks for holding on to this.
2 heads and
Welcome.
1, 2, 3,
We couldn't save
4,
everything,
5,
but
6
that's
mouth.
what we
There's
got.
a mouth in its armpit. The fuck is that?
I think you hit the dark web. The dark D&D web.
It's been a few days. We really should get going.
It's been 3 days.
They're about to get.
The torment with which you were in prior to being resurrected burned more than the fire you emerged from. So, yeah, it seems like it's been a month to you.
Well, yeah, let's get out of here.
I'm assuming our ride is still waiting, even though it's been a couple days.
Well, I imagine
have
he
this-
went back and forth.
There's a new feeling that you have, one that you haven't had in probably 100-some years.
Your dick
You're actually
works.
thinking about chicks.
Yeah, your dick works now.
Hey, that'd be a
I don't need the
positive
big
motivator.
blue pills.
Yeah. The generic name of which is my coxafloppin.
Nice.
Well, I ain't
So,
looking at me like
wait.
that.
So I lead the way back to the river's edge, where the boat was anchored and the gentleman was waiting for us.
Oh, he's totally still walking
Hoping he
around
was
naked.
waiting for us again.
Not for 2 days.
Well, I was hoping that he was like going back and forth.
Well, I mean, no, he let you know that he'd check back in every morning. It is evening.
So I'll walk along the riverbank then.
It's getting, the farther you go away from their village, the swampier it gets.
Oh shit! Right. Well, let's set up camp then at the river's edge
Um,
there, at the landing point.
Does anybody have a torch?
I have several actually. I also have.
I'm gonna light one.
I have an ever-burning torch
Yeah, like-
and a celestial lamp.
I'll take the ever-burning torch and stick it in the mud along the riverbank.
Okay, good.
I'm
good.
gonna gather some wood and use spark
just-
on it to light a fire.
I mean, D&D and most fantasy games, as well as most fantasy movies, have torches completely wrong. They're useless. So, if you ever burning torch, that's great. But a regular torch is not going to last more than like 5 minutes. They're absolutely fucking useless.
Mhm.
Just so you know, lamps, I think are much more appropriate.
Well, I've
And
got
also
a
time
celestial
appropriate.
lamp as
Yeah,
well.
Beautiful.
So
So yes, ever burning torch, burning ever, right there.
Forever.
No, it just burns ever. It burns. It's ever burning. It burns ever. Just like an oil burning burns oil.
Mhm.
So it's full of ever, and it burns it.
What does that taste like?
you can lick it and find out.
While it's burning. I hear it tastes like crayons.
ever-burning torches.
Which color?
Don't produce heat. If I'm correct. They
You are
don't produce
Burning
anything.
color.
I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they produce heat.
But it's technically not burning, is it?
I don't think so. It's a magical effect.
Do you have the main
It's a
Pathfinder book
permanent
over there?
magical effect.
A
I
what?
just handed it.
Main,
No, I didn't.
The main Pathfinder.
Oh,
book.
the core room. No.
It's
It's gonna be on the
it
bookshelf?
should be in the bookshelf.
Okay.
So
So I use prestidigitation, clean off an area near the river's edge. Pile some rocks and.
How clean can dirt be? Really?
Well, really, I want to.
how-
I want to move away the combustibles out of the area.
how anal can Varys be? I mean, think about that for a minute.
I actually get
So
like really close to
evil.
the ground.
He makes
looking-
sure that every rock is polished before he sits down on it.
No, yeah, I'm using
He
prestidigitation
is-
on each of the stones that
he
are
is sweeping
beautifully
the dirt
shining. Like
floor.
when this fire
Don't
lights, there'll be like gorgeous lights in every direction. That's how polished these rocks are going to be. All right. I'm checking to see if the ground is
And
level.
If she was here, she could cast glitter.
Poof. And it would have been gorgeous. Memorable, even.
And it would have been in every crevice. So,
Craft herpes for everyone. I think it should be done.
uneventful evening, except for brand new Oni wandering around mumbling about his nuts.
My scroll
Oh, are we back at the castle?
Like I wonder
Still
how
at the
to react
lizard
to
mill.
water as he walks into the river.
So,
Oh my god, how did they work?
shortly after the break of dawn, your boat re-arrives.
Re-arrive.
Now, what he doesn't realize is he was sitting here cleaning the ground when he could have just pulled a Vardo out and slept in there.
It smells like goblin and rotting meat in there. I will not enter the Bardo unless I have to.
You could have prestidigitated the meat out of there.
I'm not sure I could have prestidigitation the smell out of there.
And yet you stuffed the dead Oni in there.
Which makes the Vardo smell even worse. It's not even, it's a lost
And
cause.
then you still have it.
It doesn't care.
But the stars, they're beautiful.
You've got an alchemist. He can invent Febreze.
Yes, let me whip up some OxyClean for you.
Thank you. We're gonna bleach the shit out of this cabin. It's gonna be
Where's
gorgeous.
your big sword?
Pardon.
So he picks you up.
I give him a couple extra silver for the unexpected delays.
He did not seem at all put out by it, but he rows back upstream to the village, and he lets you out. So I hope all your endeavors were good.
They were.
You might
Very
want to
generous folk. These lizard people.
do something about
Naked.
clothes.
Did you have any extra clothes in your
Scaring the
backpack?
children.
I mean, you have your armor on at least, your vest on.
Yeah, I have a vest.
Do you have any other clothes in your bag?
No.
Did you have a jumpsuit in your bag? I
No.
know you had jumpsuits.
Blanket.
I've
Did you have a
literally-
blanket?
I've literally been
Does
wearing
anybody have
the
a blanket?
same jumpsuit. Why do you think I was so
Is
filthy?
there a blanket in the Vardo?
And he's probably not even wearing his vest
A
right now.
goblin's blanket? Okay, let's fashion him a loincloth. I mean, that's not really going to offer him much.
I would.
Make his-
It
I
might
wouldn't
cover
even
a
accept
testicle.
You can make him a mini kilt.
it. I wouldn't even accept it.
So on the way back upriver, I asked Doug, is there a tailor or a fabric maker in town? Anyone who owns sheep and produces wool?
Town. This is a farming village. We got 8
My
buildings.
apologies, your little hamlet here.
We have 8 buildings, and they're all houses.
And does anyone produce yarn of any kind?
Well, actually, no. We kind of buy that.
From where?
Well, I mean, every week there's a market outside of the
Keep.
keep for local, like a farmer's market type
Guess
thing.
we're going back to the keep.
There's
to
not
get
really
this guy.
normally. I mean,
Doug.
there's
Well, we got to tell them about their priest
a
anyways.
lady like 2 miles up the road that does weaving, and then there's no tailors. Although,
I'm not asking for a tailor. I can do the tailoring.
so as
I'm just asking for the fabric.
well, let's do this. Do a memory check. Call it perception.
Well, I'll call that just a straight wisdom roll.
Well, I can do wisdom plus my die roll, which would be 16.
Well, there was a
I got 16 too.
Nice.
adventurer supply store. There's an REI in the keep.
Nice. Let's go visit the REI.
There was a supply store, a general store type thing in the keep. Matter of fact, it was
Adventures
right
are
next
us.
to the. Actually, it's something like that. I have to look it up, but it was right next to where the temporary home of the priest was.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man emporium.
Yes, I will approve that.
Passive savings onto you.
Come on, family guy.
Funny thing is, I have 2 copies of this module, but I can never find the ones that I'm looking for. DM notes about the keep.
It's a keep. Next.
It's big. Next.
It's got
Main
walls.
gate,
Next.
flanking towers, entry
people
yard, common stable, common warehouse,
Common whorehouse. Next.
bailiff's tower, private apartments.
Next.
Private apartments had a jewel merchant, a priest.
Next. Wait. Priest.
Well, used to be. He's gone.
Well, I don't know about gone. I mean, when did he kill
Smithy
it?
and armorer. Provisioner.
There we go. That's what we need. The provisioner. For the provisions.
Indeed.
He will buy equipment from adventurers, blah, blah, blah. Trader.
Yeah, that works.
Deals in armor, weapons, and large quantities of goods such as salt, spices, cloth, rare woods.
Well, I mean, they were rare to this point, all right?
There is a lone bank. Watchtower, Travelers Inn, Fountain Square Tavern, Guild House, Chapel,
Go to the chapel
Innergate
and burn.
House, small the inner ward of the keep.
Gonna kill the priest. What's up over there,
He's
Chuckles?
found something beneficial to him over there, and he's really happy about it.
Yeah, I am.
The fuck is that?
That is my computer that should be off, and it is closed. Or something. Let's see. Did I get a message?
Did you just get a Facebook notification?
Yes.
Did I?
Yeah, I sent you a message.
Oh.
I need one of these.
Second time tonight.
No, that's
the
different.
computer, not his phone.
That's all. That's supposed to be shut down.
Well, you failed.
I need one of these in my life.
In my life, it's now. Okay.
I just
What
wanna
the
live
ads do I need?
forever.
Okay. Don't show me that again.
I just wanna live a life.
Butchering axe. Okay.
You have some negative skills?
Yes.
Yeah, climb, because I have a -1 modifier for strength. And it's not a
And
climb
as a matter of
skill.
fact, you have an orc with you that can hook you up on
You got
that.
a negative
Excellent.
on your charismas?
Yeah.
And when you
I
go
know how I
back
speak to people.
to
Yeah.
Well, Mick's here.
I do.
Miga's here, she can hook you up with the makers
Guy who
of
can-
such back at the Caves of Chaos.
All right,
Okay.
so when I get to town, I'm going to hit up the trader for
God,
different
God, yes, I need
types
one
of cloth and whatnot. I'm going to see if he has any leather, actually.
Ooh, leather.
Yes.
Didn't know you were into
Did
that.
you notice
but
that
okay.
this weapon has a minimum strength to use?
Well,
Do it?
Yes.
Do it. Do it. Do
but
What's the minimum strength requirement for it?
19.
do not sell armor
Shit.
or mouse.
I can't use
You
it.
barely exceed that.
Sure.
No, I don't.
The minimum requirement is literally more than double my strength.
Cloth.
My
Okay.
strength score is 32.
So you go to the
No.
traders.
Outpost and Emporium.
Yes, trader. You go to.
Trader Joe's.
It does 4d6
Shut up!
damage.
I'm the one who's supposed to say that. What's the trader's name? Joe.
You gotta be quicker on the fucking draw there, son.
Okay, so you go to the traders.
Hello, sir.
Over the
I'm
door it
looking-
says Jose's.
Jose.
Trader Jose's!
G.I. Jose.
Hello, sir. I was hoping to acquire some
kitty litter in it.
some needle, thread, and leather. What do you have on hand?
He has a BDSM convention to go to.
What type of leather you're looking for, man?
Love it.
What's up, mate?
Congratulations, you broke Varys.
I love it.
What you need, mate? Got what you need.
What kind of leather do you have?
So he walks over and he opens the door.
The trunk.
Nice.
Where his
Love-
gimp comes out and shows off his leathers.
Get back in the trunk.
So, got some deer skin, calf skin, buffalo skin, sheep skin. He's got skins. He's got lots of skins.
Okay.
Got an Egger suit in the back.
And so I'm kind of like looking at them, comparing them. I'm gonna take whatever's the thickest of the leathers, and
That would normally be the normal cow skin. Bison would or buffalo would probably be pretty if you get some good back leather off that.
Okay. I'm gonna look for the thick
Buffalo
pieces, and I'm going
back.
to purchase the needle and thread. And I'm going to purchase enough to
Oh,
make
leatherworking
Oni.
tools are more than just needle and thread. Trust me.
Yes.
I have tailor's tools though,
No,
Tailor's tools
is
are
not
different than
leatherworking
leatherworking.
tools.
Yeah, not even close.
And
Not
some
even the
leatherworking
same
tools.
thing.
There you go. And
Different skill set
That said,
too,
look at-
actually.
behind you, I mean, I've made a lot of that stuff. So.
Okay.
Okay. So
What makes you think I'm gonna wear it?
Because it was made with love?
No, it's Varys. It wasn't made with love. it was made with. He's sick of seeing these wonderful young balls.
Honestly, man, if it were up to me, you could do whatever the fuck you want with whatever the hell
I'm
you
just
wear.
saying, it's comfortable. Have you tried it? The night breeze wicks
These
the
balls-
If you agree to wear these, I will alter these clothes, this armor, to have a optional front flap.
I need you to understand this. His new balls has less wrinkles than his old face did.
God, they're as smooth as eggs.
Tell you what, you make me a
Huevos.
kilt so I can still get the breeze.
He's got
I'll
huevos.
make you a leather quilt.
I will take that.
All right,
Did you say quilt or kilt?
kilt.
Both a leather quilt and kilt.
Yes, it wraps around twice so that you can unwrap it once and just.
It can be done.
We have the technology.
Yes.
It's
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
excuse me. It's pronounced
So-
techniugly.
What do I owe
Sorry.
Jose
Technically.
for the leather tools?
He says it's 3 gold.
Okay.
The main portion of that was the leather working tools, which more than likely were already in the Vardo.
He had tools. He didn't
He had a
have.
shit ton of
yeah.
tools.
He had a lot of crafting tools, not really armors or leatherwork. After purchasing the necessary tools and materials, I'm going to head up to my room in the guild and get to work on that. And then I remember, as I'm getting my room, oh shit, I gotta talk to the lord of this keep about his priest. So I
True.
set the stuff down in my room and head that way.
Okay. The captain of the guard greets you and leads you into the inner keep. Are you going with him?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're not drunk this time.
No, I'm not.
Do you have anything on you can drink?
No.
Damn it. Damn it!
I'll go in with you too.
With no pants.
No, all I'm literally wearing is like a deerskin kilt.
Well, a
What
deer
happened to
skin
the bison skin
currently.
kilt you just made?
That's what I'm saying.
So you're
It
currently
doesn't go all the way around, so when he turns around, the ass crack's still showing, but he's got the deerskin in the front.
yeah.
Bison-
Important bison skin. It isn't anything yet.
Deerskin is softer.
I don't think
He would
a,
care.
a
Or
person with a
notice.
leathery hide already would care or notice.
I really wouldn't.
Well, some places you would.
Debatable.
In his case, yes, debatable.
You guys can tell that Oni is moving with much more vim and vigor.
Vim.
He is full of vim and extruding vigor.
Whim and wigger.
So they quickly let you back in the. Excuse me. They bring you into the hall, and quickly does the Castilian show up to greet you and say, "Hey, so what is going on?"
There's a major problem.
Shit be whack, yo.
Exactly. Yes. Should be whack. Your head priest is in fact a necromancer and has performed rituals on several dead, now undead creatures in the
You're
Caves
killing
of
me
Chaos.
3 fucking times. Yeah, I think 2. More than once.
I'll fucking persuade him. 19 on the die plus 16. I'm persuading him of the truth.
We have received information that received information similar to what you're saying after the fact of your conversation with him previously, that there were inconsistencies in his story, and he has been missing now for several days.
I would suggest not letting him back into the keep and being on guard.
I would suggest killing him on
24/7.
sight.
Yes, that would do.
Just saying.
That'll do, Pig.
That'll do.
What of your other ventures within the Caves of Chaos?
Lots of zombies.
And Knowles.
Have they been cleared of all the the foul beasts, or at least tamed, as you did with the orcs, or you claim to have been doing with the orcs?
The issue with that is that the necromancer has been bringing a lot of them back. He actually has some altars in that have evil within them. You guys told me several times, do not take these items. They are exuding evil.
Yes, so the whole place probably needs to be burned. There's a, to be more specific here, there was,
Tapestries.
Where is the one gal who was talking in my head?
it was like a grand hall type place. That
Where
was
did she
supposed
go?
to be something like a
Them.
place of worship.
Ask them, not me.
Where did the one gal go that was talking in my head?
Okay.
She said she couldn't follow us any further. But she helped us, so that's, I mean,
If by help
she
you
helped-
mean
she helped
drag
point
your
out
carcass
where,
out of the cave, yes.
Yeah,
That's plenty of reason for me to like her.
I wouldn't go so that.
She didn't really help
wouldn't
us
go
in the
that far
fight,
yet.
but she wasn't fighting us either, so
I don't know. I was dead.
She, for the record, she did
convince
make
them
the
to
final
stop.
blows against them that was long enough to get them to back off and leave you to escape.
Well, I think I was too busy trying to drag him away to notice.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't call her an ally, but she's not
Not an
currently
enemy
an
per
enemy.
se.
In any case, yes, burn the entire place in holy fire.
It needs something like
And
ritualistic
since
cleansing.
we hired you to clear these caves out, why didn't you burn it in holy fire?
That was my fault, and I apologize. I was dead.
Okay, so to use holy fire would require one of us to be holy, I think, and we ain't that.
I'm sure my guards could make you holy.
That is a
Speaking in
bad
the
joke,
spiritual
and I feel
sense?
a little bit threatened.
Not in the literal sense.
More than one of the caves was clear. It is still an ongoing endeavor, but we felt it was necessary to inform you of your priest being a necromancer, in fact.
Because others have corroborated your stories of our friend, using the term loosely.
Air quotes.
I will give you another advance on your reward for your work you're doing. And he waves for one of his
I bow,
assistants to come out,
muchly appreciated.
and they bring out a small chest.
The
What is it, honey?
the little town that we pass on the way every time.
Yes.
I bet they have a lot of things that can burn very well. Food, spare timber, things like that. We can probably pick up a wagon of it on the way.
We have a Varno still, though.
But it's magical. And it was and will likely be useful
Why would you
again.
want to burn that?
Wait, why are we burning shit?
Because someone who is standing here right now suggested that we burn the place down.
Okay,
I'm not
it's,
going to name names.
it's a cave. You can't burn caves down.
You can with enough fire.
Could we start an alchemical fire?
A what?
To what end?
How hot does flame have to be to burn stone?
Fucking hot!
To melt stone?
We're talking like magma levels of heat.
Can you produce that
Not as I am
via magical means?
now.
Shit.
I have
Yes.
no idea.
You'd need lighters.
I'm just saying, if we put enough fire in it, we
can
burn
burn
out what
what's in it,
Look,
Yes.
okay, hold up.
just not.
So you're saying the stone within this cave is evil?
No, just there's like a
What was it?
Well,
it was like a
I know there were tapestries and
For lack of
ears
a
and
better
urns
term,
and-
it was like a church, right, inside the cave. It
Okay.
that just emanated an evil
Right.
vibe. They had tapestries in there,
We get
like
the
a
wagon.
sacrificial altar type thing in
we
there,
get the wagon, we fill it with hay,
And,
set it on fire, we push it
all
through
of
the
it
door.
was
Couldn't you just
so
burn?
evil
Couldn't you just burn the tapestries?
that
and
just
stuff like
being
that?
around it long enough would
That's what
turn
I'm
you evil.
I mean, I can give you some
See,
kerosene to take with you.
this
if
guy
you
is
that's
smart.
what you
I
want.
will not
I
say
like this
no.
guy.
So he motions over
Yes.
from his guys. He says something.
What
To
is
him.
kerosene?
Wait, what?
Lamp oil, essentially.
What'd you just say?
What is kerosene?
Oni would definitely know what kerosene is.
Oni came back dumb as fuck.
Not that dumb.
Okay.
Okay, so just because your intelligence
light it and
drops
it
doesn't mean
burns.
you lose the
That-
knowledge
that's-
you had
For-
prior.
on an Oni level, that would be, oh, what is food?
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, we're talking about like memory here now. You remember what kerosene would be. I would hope.
And it wasn't just your first girlfriend.
Ah,
Ha ha! Dangly parts.
It's Bernie lube.
He likes the pain.
Actually, kerosene doesn't burn skin.
Okay.
We used to use it for fire breathing when I was in Germany, so it's not that bad.
I will gladly accept any kerosene you have.
He'll have a barrel, like 10-gallon barrel of
That should be fine.
kerosene set aside.
These are torches and just light those
it's getting
shits on
really warm.
fire.
If you
they
have,
did bring out a chest for you, a small chest for you, and gave it to you.
What's in it?
So,
I'm gonna be polite and not open it right there.
but he's like, "What's in it?
For
What's
the,
in it?
For the
He's like,
sake,
what's in it?
For
What's
the
in it?"
sake of keeping track of our party loot, what's in it?
Within is 100 platinum pieces.
That's it.
That's it.
It.
Just
I graciously
Yes.
accept the chest. Thank you very much. Along with the kerosene, would there
Looking at his
be
chest.
Is it firm?
an opportunity for us to borrow
It's wood,
a
yes.
horse and cart to get the kerosene and any other burnables we can collect?
Can't we just buy a horse and cart now that we have all that money?
Fair enough.
Dude,
Where can we buy a horse and cart?
clipping coupons here. Trying to buy an airship.
coupons.
Horses, general horses aren't that expensive. War horses are.
Well, no, general horses are higher level than just regular war horses. Now, you want to get private war horses.
Private horses.
Fine.
Maybe corporal horses.
Private's first class horses.
I've seen this on a website once.
Don't want to know the kind of porn you're looking at.
All of it.
All of it.
In any case, yes.
Okay.
Where might I buy?
In the next 15 minutes we have for game tonight, what other provisions would you be interested in purchasing?
I would be interested
horse.
in
They will provide you with you guys sounded like you were going to burn the horse, so they like have an old nag for you, you know.
No, we're
I'm
not
not gonna burn the
horse.
horse,
We
but
just
I
need-
What'll burn? Give us a wagon and a horse. Now think about that for a second.
while we're in town, it's the keep. I know that, but I'm going to restock all of my alchemical supplies for like my bombs and all that. And so I'm
Yeah.
not
I'll spend the rest of the day
So I
going
have-
around to each shopkeep collecting
my shit.
whatever
Replenish
garbage that they were
crossbow
planning on
bolts
throwing
and-
out. If it's burnable, I'll keep that. And also any like extra fabric, broken pallets, whatever.
There isn't a whole lot that goes to waste as far as burnables here within the keep. It's used for fuel, but there is a lot on the way because you do go through a small forest portion that has a lot of fallen limbs and stuff like that. Also, the areas by which you travel along the river has lots of reeds. It is late fall. Wicker.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure you guys were catching the
Pine needles.
I'm going to be
pie needles. You don't put needles in pies. That's really ew. Ow.
Pine
Yeah.
needles.
Pine cones work really well too.
Especially when they're doused in kerosene.
Yeah. I'm going to be talking to Mig about, I've never felt this vigorous before. I feel like I can be wearing something a bit heavier than this vest. Can your people help me out with that? I feel like
Isn't
I should be
it a
carrying
Kevlar
something around.
vest?
me.
though?
Yes. But there is actually an armorer at the keep.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that a Kevlar vest though? Wouldn't it be a higher quality or better?
Okay.
Nothing
just
like plate
just for the record, Kevlar is okay for larger caliber, slow moving, so subsonic rounds. It is not good against knives or swords.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's good for shrapnel because it's subsonic.
Aren't there different levels?
There are.
Well, you got trauma plates, blah blah. I'm not going to go into that here, but there are different levels. But generally speaking, unless you're a bomb tech and you've seen the guys in like Hurt Locker,
Yeah.
you don't want to dress like that.
No.
He might. He has the strength. He just walk around in.
It's so hot. Trust me, I was in Panama wearing a flak vest for 3 months, and it was not pleasant. Just the flak vest.
I was in.
Well, I'm gonna gather what I can
I
throughout
was
the
in
day.
Iraq.
Head back to my room and start. I'll even stay up late doing it, but I'll craft
And ceramic plates. And side
his
saddles,
leather kilt and armor piece or chest piece.
which is really uncomfortable because it.
Last part, what?
I'm gonna craft Oni his kilt, his leather kilt and leather chest piece.
I don't need a leather chest piece. I just want the kilt.
Too bad you get another chest piece.
I will
leather
politely
chest piece.
decline it in an Oni-like fashion. The fuck am I going to do with this?
Wear it on
Was there
special occasions.
At some point, I'll
something
take like a
from
knife out and just like cut it around so there's like a huge bare chest portion.
was there something from the
And I'll put pockets on it.
armor that you were
These are
wishing
bacon
to-
pockets.
Yeah.
Bacon pockets.
Plate mail.
Where's pocket bacon?
Plate mail, so just half plate mail because you only want the upper portion.
No, plate mail.
Well, then you're not going to need the kilt then.
I'm going to be walking around in plate mail 24/7.
All right then.
I'm going to use
Then what's the point of a leather kilt? Why don't you get cloth?
Because it's
It's more
more.
comfortable,
Yeah, whatever.
not as stiff on the.
I'll use some of the cotton I have and line the leather with cotton. How about that?
That's a fancy
How you outfit yourself is fine. Don't worry about that.
So I'm gonna have cotton on the inside and cut the leather in such a way to where it breathes, so you have plenty of airflow to your ball sack.
Even the
I mean,
plate
it's a
has
kilt anyways, so you have plenty of.
Smithy and armor. Building is about 20 feet high with you.
Even the plate mail has an open spot in the garage.
Occupied.
Just a lot.
Forge and bellows. In other words,
Oh.
Spear horses and mules of shod weapons and are made. Armor is repaired and similar work is done. The smith is also an armorer and has two assistants.
Swear to drunk, I'm not God.
I can't make that promise myself.
I believe you.
There are already two swords, one mace, and a suit of man-sized chainmail. 2 finished spears in the shop. There is no plate there, but they could make it for you.
Okay.
That would
They
take a
say.
few days, though, at least.
Months.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's fantasy.
Yes.
Or is it real life?
Caught in
I'll
a
get
landslide?
No escape from this reality.
Well, that's not entirely true. Let's find a temple. Open your eyes.
And most of the words in that song that are unintelligible are from Zoroastrianism. Just in case you didn't know that.
Didn't know. I'm just a poor
It is the third
boy.
religion
I
from the
need
Middle
no
East.
sympathy.
Miss Bella, no.
We will not let you go.
Let me go.
Scaramouche was a blessing in Zoroastrianism.
Will you do the fandango?
I'll think about it. You gotta teach me the moves first.
Well, it involves.
Thunderbolts and lightning?
Yes.
I know, I've heard.
It's very, very frightening.
But invigorating.
Galileo.
Yes, I heard that he was
And this is
the
just
man who
some
invented it.
of the entertainment we provide.
Figaro, too.
I think that we're
yes.
not going to progress too much. In the meantime, in the time between now and our next game, go ahead and provision yourself
Okay.
as necessary, gentlemen. You have money. You have woman.
We have
And if
woman.
well, yeah. And she is the hottest ugly chick in the county.
Yup. Sure.
Or is she the ugliest hot chick in the county?
Sure.
Tomato, potato.
Maybe a little bit of mix of
Between those
each.
two.
That's the joke.
She's like a cross between Hulk Hogan and Christy Brinkley.
I don't know who
Yes.
Christy Brinkley is.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I don't know at this point.
Married Billy Joel,
Nope.
supermodel.
Nope.
Also like the hottest 60-year-old right now about on Earth, probably. Look it up.
No one's hotter than Betty White.
But we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully.